Leo. Hi, it's Erin Scott here. So this is being posted a little bit late. However, your 2019 cycle, the entirety of 2019, is being tapped into here with this video. What I'm doing is tapping into the natural evolutionary arc for the archetype of Leo Sun and Leo Ascendant. Okay, it's for the archetype of Leo, and it most applies to suns and ascendants with Leo. So like last year, I'm pulling the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle cards from Alana Fairchild. And these really are beautiful cards. The artwork is phenomenal. Some of the articulations, although very deep and profound, and I am in agreement with most of it, there are some articulations that I've never fully resonated with and I might be correcting. So I'll make you aware of that as I'm reading this. But let's first start with the numerology. So what did you get for your growth arc, Leo? This year, you're working through a process of Harvest Mother Watches Over Me. So this is the theme for your growth, and it's also imbuing the growth edges, the things that are required for you to step up and into. This card is number 31. So let's talk about the numerology first. 3 and 1. Firstly, this is a 3-year. 2019 is a 3 numerological cycle. And what that talks about inherently is new birth, creativity, community, connection with other people. There's a social component to the 3. There is a communication component, a networking component with the 3. So with regards to 3, all of that applies to you specifically as well. This is a year, in other words, to connect, to communicate, and to create. 1 is about individuality. This is you as a self, you as an initiation, you with an inspiration, right? And together it's 4. 4 is about something practical, something stable, some stable, material, practical creation. Something that is secure and balanced in its orientation. But there is a kind of sturdiness to 4, right? So let's take a look at the message of Harvest Mother. This is Kuan Yin speaking to you, Leo. I watch over you whilst you gaze within. For the time has come when you are best to gather your energy and direct it to your inner world. So much has been happening around you and within you. So much that it needs time and attention to now be distilled, integrated, and digested. It will bring you greater peace and a sense of completion to do this now. It is time to harvest your emotional world, to be ready to gain the rich wisdom of your experiences. Then you shall be ready for us to begin again for another chapter in your life journey, wiser, stronger, and ready. We will do that together. This is the meaning of this cycle for you, Leo. There are times on the path when we feel the urge to go within, to withdraw from the world for a time, to claim your space. We may not know why, but if we avoid that impulse, we miss the great benefit that such a process can bring. In this world, we are typically taught that things happen, quote unquote, through effort directed toward external action. Of course, there is a time and a place for this. However, there is also a time when the action needs to be internally oriented and far more about receiving and restoring rather than doing, about contemplating and integrating rather than strategizing and initiating. This oracle comes to you at a time when there has been so much happening in your outer world and even in your inner world, so much awakening, so much experience that it needs to be processed, sorted through, and released into some sort of useful content. If you do not do this, you will feel a sort of uncomfortable fullness within, a sense of not being able to move forwards in life as freely as you would like. It may feel as though you need to empty out, create some space, and find resolution within before you feel ready to take in more of what life has to offer. If such a natural process is not allowed, you will be pushing yourself towards overwhelm, fatigue, confusion, and depression. This Oracle of Harvest Mother watches over me brings a message that it is safe and timely now for you to declutter your world, especially your internal world. Although clearing out something of your physical world may be a way to also enhance this process. The Oracle guides you that it is not a time to keep taking in more information or to push yourself to have more experiences, meet new people, or take new risks. I'm going to explain, by the way, how the numerology that I just explained is connecting in with this message at the end. So this Oracle guides you that this is not the time to keep taking in more information or to push yourself to have more experiences, meet new people, or take new tasks. Take new risks. That will all happen again soon enough. For now, you already have enough to process within you, and you need time to do that. There is something very nourishing, healthy, and life-affirming within you, waiting to be tapped into. But you need to make a choice to do that. Now is a good time to do so, but you will need to step back from the day-to-day world for a moment at least and create some space to go within, Leo. The Oracle of Harvest Mother watches over me also indicates a time of great abundance, of hidden gifts becoming apparent, and being received if you are willing to create some space. I'm going to repeat that sentence. The Oracle of Harvest Mother also indicates a time of great abundance, of hidden gifts becoming apparent and being received if you are willing to create the space. This is not a time to keep going with momentum or pursuing something simply out of habit. There is rich, growth-fueling divine substance within your reach, and to receive that nectar of life, you need to change pace. To milk that nectar from the inner world, you need the right type of internal-oriented action. This may be a record, this may be to record a segment from a dream, or to close your eyes and dance in your lounge room, allowing your body to express itself naturally and without shame. It may require that you express your feelings through art or by writing in your journal. It may require that you spend time in meditation or to relax and do another reading for yourself, asking the Oracle, what is my inner self most wanting me to do now? You may choose to invite a most loving and deep response to that question by building an altar in your to your oracle card, enhanced by offerings of flowers and tea light candles. You allow the intuition and healing wisdom by doing this of your inner world to show itself to you. Remember that although the inner world offers extraordinarily powerful healing energy, it cannot be tapped into directly by demanding that it shows itself. We need to create a space with love, patience, utter acceptance, and willingness from a place of trust to hear, feel, and honor anything and everything being expressed. With this sort of work, we may not understand what comes up straight away. It could instantly make sense, though, and clarify a matter we have struggled with for years, cutting through and showing us the absolute truth, even if painful momentarily. This will bring us swift relief and set us free. If our experience is one where we are working with an unfathomable dream image, for example, then we have to be willing to allow this inner medicine to work its healing process, even if we don't understand at the more intellectual level how or why it is presenting itself in the way it is. In stepping back for internal work, we may worry about taking such time out from the world, as though we are stepping off the carousel or roller coaster of life for a time. Will our family and friends feel abandoned? What if the work that we have, what of the work that we have to do? So many demands exist for our time and energy in the material world that stepping back from them may become an anxiety-inducing dilemma. The Divine Mother comes to you with guidance. She will keep an eye on things for you. She will ensure that all is well for your return. For now, it is more important that you go within. Step back from the world. It is only for a time. Do not worry that you are turning your back on life. You are not. You are affirming the life within that is ready for your loving care and attention. There is something within that needs to be drawn forth, something that needs to be pulled out of the unconscious and brought to full awareness. A feeling, an intuition, or an instinct, a piece of guidance, or an understanding. It will be an important discovery no matter how ordinary or minor it may seem at the time. This oracle also comes to you to affirm that you are being initiated into the feminine mysteries of intuition, inner vision, and the world of dreams, signs, and symbols. This means that your ability to read energy at a non-physical level will be increasing in 2019. This happens as we open with curiosity and non-judgment, a willingness to receive messages, to remember dreams, to feel our feelings and trust our body. The Divine Mother is watching over this process for you, guiding you through the inner worlds, which can seem dark and misleading if you try to approach them with the same intelligence you use in the outer worlds. The outer world is in daylight. You can see your way around, and it makes sense to operate in a visibly driven way. The inner world is a moonlight scape, and sometimes during a new moon there is not much of that light either. You have to learn how to operate in a different way because there is far less light available, and one cannot see so clearly. In the inner world, the sense of feeling becomes more powerful and instructive. When you trust and follow your feelings, even when you cannot see the whole process before you, you will be journeying through your inner world. You will start to see with your inner eye, the eye within the heart that feels the vision. The Divine Mother will watch over you and keep you safe through the process of awakening sight. You have been querying whether your insight, vision, or psychic ability is opening up. If you have been wondering that, this is a confirmation. This year is a confirmation, Leo, that it is. It's time. So Leo, this is a year. Let's talk about the 3 and 1, because the numbers of 3 and 1 and 4 that are associated with this process of inner listening, stillness, mindfulness, self-inquiry, self-knowing, connection to your sensory body, connection to your intuitive wisdom, connection to your emotional guidance system. That whole process is in fact connected to the energies of the 3, 1, and 4 that I talked about at the front end of this recording. 3 is about creativity. It's also about communication. And ultimately, it's about community. And all 3 of those have to do with your internal world and your external world. The 1 has to do with you as a self, you as an individual. So for you to go within, to communicate within, to develop your creativity within, and to activate your inner ecological community of your psyche, of your soul, for the eventual expression or the ultimate resultant expression outwardly of that creative project or manifestation, or multiple creative projects or manifestations, is for you to focus on within you as a self first. In fact, 3 and 1 adding to 4 is your stable place. It is the appropriate process, in other words, Leo. So listen, this is the time to get clear. I've been saying it now for a couple of years. Certainly we're in it now, everybody. We're sincerely riding the wave. 2019, 2020, 2021. Next year is going to be quite intense. 2019 is more intensified for sure. So Leo, for those of you that are familiar with my work, reconnect, see what's happening for your 2019 cycle. For those of you who have not yet experienced an in-depth natal chart analysis, go to my site, read my services, read my testimonials, understand that it's time to get very clear on your encoded narrative. What is your distinct encoded narrative? And what is your growth arc? What is your mastery arc? So you can go and find out all of the data. There's a lot there, and there's different options at different budget levels for finding out at least the foundations of who you are, okay? So I encourage you to get curious, to get self-clear, to go into self-inquiry, to question your thoughts, to really go there. This is the year to get real clear, real fast, and really accountable, self-responsible, self-accountable for your own narrative, for your own perception lens, for your own creative expression. So you can go to thealchemyofholism.com. And Leo, until next video, I send you lots of love and support for your you're stepping in to the 2019 cycle. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.